This is only for you if you want to make money while helping people achieve their dreams. Because what I'm about to talk about is how you can literally make six figures from your book without even selling a copy. All right, yes, and I said that. You heard me correctly, without selling a copy. You do not need book sales in order to drive revenue in your business from your book. That is one option, and I will give you that as a little bonus. But what I want to talk to you about really is how do you turn your book into your next six figures of revenue? And how can you turn your book into all of the opportunities and revenue streams that you could ever need to grow a successful business while helping a ton of people? Before I share how that could kind of look like, what I want to do is I want to get clear on the numbers. So six figures, that's $100,000. In order to do that, you can get 100,000 people to pay you $1. You can get 10,000 people to pay you $10. You can get 1,000 people to pay you $100. You can get 100 people to pay you $1,000. You can get 10 people to pay you $10,000, or you can get two people to pay you $50,000, or one person to pay you $100,000. Okay. As we go through these different examples here, I'm going to break down a few different ways that you can use the book to create a revenue stream that will get you to six figures and beyond. The coolest part is that you can use all of these things based on your own business. You can use multiple of these. So if you want 200,000, well, maybe you take two of these strategies. All right. But the big thing that I want you to take away from as you watch this is understand that you can add six figures really, really quickly and effectively with a low cost of acquisition by having a book that really helps people get results. All right, so let's get into it. The first one I want to talk about here is speaking. Speaking is hands down one of the biggest goals that people have who want to write a book, whether it's they are a speaker and they want to increase their fees, they're a speaker and they want more gigs, or there's someone who's trying to break into the speaking circuit but doesn't feel that they have enough credibility and they think a book would help them do that. So regardless of the situation, we know that writing a book can directly correlate to speaking engagements. It's done that for me and I'll do that for you. And here's how the numbers break down. Well, let's say your speaking fee is $5,000. Now, if you're a published author and if you're a best-selling author, $5,000 to do a keynote or to do a workshop or training, that is a great, depending on your market, that is a great place to be. Some people will charge $50,000 for their keynotes. Wherever you're at, you could be 10,000, 25,000, wherever you're at, the fact that you're an author, $5,000, you should be charging around there. And again, depending on the market. But the big thing here is that in order to make $100,000, if your fee is $5,000, is you need to get 20 different gigs. If you get 20 speaking gigs at $5,000, you make $100,000. So here's how this can actually work. All right, let's talk about this. Well, you have a book, okay? Your book is everything to know about the topic that you likely give your keynote. Your keynote may be derived from your book. So guess what? Let's give away 200 copies of your book to different people who might be able to buy, who might be able to hire you, okay? And that's gonna cost you about $5 per book, okay? I'll even give you the cost so you can see the return on this. Let's say that's $5 per book. So you give away 200 books, $5 each, that's $1,000. So you've invested $1,000 into a marketing budget to get your book in front of people that can make the decision to hire you, all right? Let's just say 10% of those people, you build relationships with them over time, 10% of those people hire you to speak. 10% of those people, that's 20 gigs, and that will immediately get you your 100,000. Plus, you'll have back of the room sales or additional bulk order book deals to increase your fee. All right. So that's one example. Now, you can change the percentage to get this. If you want to give away 400 books, you only need 5% conversion. If you give away 2,000 books, you need a smaller percentage, okay? You need 1%. So my point with this is you can give away books at a high rate and you only need a few gigs to offset that cost, okay? If you give away 2,000 books at $5, you've invested $10,000, you're gonna only need to get 2 gigs to cover that investment. And that's giving away 2,000 books, all right? There's so many additional benefits that come from giving away your book as a strategy than just the financial ROI. But because this video is about how to make 6 figures without actually selling a copy of your book, this is one of those ways to do it, okay? The second way is by creating a digital course. So a great price point for a lot of digital courses is that $997 marker. Let's call it $1,000. Okay. So let's say you have a digital course that you are looking to scale, and it could be you're just starting a digital course. You need to create this digital course, but you know that's your business model, or you have a digital course that's crushing and you just want to add an additional 6 figures to that, whether it's per month, per quarter, per year, whatever it may be. Well, in order to make $100,000 on top of that, you have to have 100 people pay $1,000. So that is 100 people, okay, to buy that course. Well, what better way to show somebody that your course is worth buying than to have them read your entire book? So give your book to people, give your book to prospects, give your books to other podcast hosts for giveaways who have your ideal audience, give your books as swag bags to VIP groups. Let them read your book, and in that book, you will have a direct link to your course or to a freebie, and then you build a rapport to get to your course. There are so many ways, but to do that, your book will give them that. It'll eliminate their concern about buying, and it'll help them achieve more as you go through this process, okay? That's how you can make $100,000 from a digital course. The next one that I want to talk about is a membership. A membership is great because it's recurring revenue. Everybody loves recurring revenue. And so here's how you can do this. Well, you write your book, you build the membership based on your book, you get your book in front of a bunch of people, you direct them to your membership at the end of the book, throughout your book, and boom, you can get 500 people to pay you $200 every single month. Okay, and that's going to be recurring. That's how you're going to be able to do that. All right, now that's to make $100,000 a month. Okay, you can do that a lot simpler too if you break down the numbers as well. All right, you only need $10,000 to get there per month to get to an additional 6 figures a year. So that's how you can use a membership to be able to grow to 6 figures without actually selling a copy of your book. Now, the final one that I want to mention is coaching. Okay, this has been one of the most successful ways that I've personally used my book to grow my coaching program, our high ticket program. Let's just say your coaching, and again, we're trying to keep numbers simple. Let's say your coaching program is 10K. I don't care if that's a 3-month, 6-month, whatever. For the purpose of this, it's 10K. All you have to do is sign 10 clients to get to that $100,000 mark. 10 clients, 10K is $100,000. So use your book and get your book into as many hands as possible. Use your book to validate your story, your credibility, your expertise, and how good you are at getting somebody the result. If you give your book to enough people, people are going to beg you to come. For example, somebody found my book, they read my book, they wanted to hire me, they paid me $20,000 for one of our coaching offers that we have. That's how you do that, and you can do that over and over and over again. All right, so these are some of the ways that you can turn your book into an additional 6 figures of revenue without actually selling a copy. Now, as just a bonus, I just want to show you that you can do this with book sales. And book sales, in my opinion, are always just, it's extra money. Okay, for some people, that's how they make all their money on book sales, and that's incredible. For me, book sales isn't one of my main revenue streams, but it can be very effective. Let's say you have a 150-page book. It's $16 on Amazon. You're going to get about a $7 royalty. You sell 10,000 copies, you're going to make $70K. All right. So those are kind of the numbers with the book sales. All in all, here's the coolest part about this entire conversation that we're having is a book gives you the power to create one or all of these revenue opportunities. Some are more passive than others. Some are more hands-on than others. But when you do the work once and you write your book, you can open the door and open your business to tons of new revenue opportunities. So let's just say you want to speak and you have a course. Well, guess what? You can speak and then drive those people to your course. You can use your book to get speaking gigs, and then you can sell something on the back end. You can use your book to drive to a membership, and then people can also pay for high ticket coaching. Your book is the vehicle, is the entry point to establish your credibility, your trust. People get to feel that they know you. People feel that they can already get results. People learn from you. And that knocks down barriers, knocks down objections, and has people banging on your door to say, let's rock and roll. Let's do this thing together. So what I want you to take away from this is if you want to grow and add 6 additional figures to your business, whether that's per month, per year, per week, depending on the scale of your business. A book is an incredible way to do this because you spend the time once to write a great book, and then you can leverage it in so many different ways. So that's what I got for you. This is how you add 6 figures to your business without actually selling a copy of your book.